Good morning, Regents.
I'm Mr. Jones,
And I'm Mr. McGrath,
and welcome to the Regent Spotlight.
where no matter where we are,
We are all Regents.
all right, our guest today is the West High School Library Media Technology Specialist. She has been at West for, wow, a whole 3 months. Welcome, Beth Hennes. A couple of fun facts about Beth, or a little background information that we know. Beth, you're coming to us. You're graduated from Marshfield High School in Marshfield, Wisconsin, kind of a small rural town in the middle of the state. Fun fact, I'm from.
Back in the day.
It was what?
It was a D1 school back in the day.
Yeah, I think they moved down to Division II now. But the Marshfield Tigers were a Division I institution back then. From there, you went to Marquette, got your BA at Marquette, and then a master's degree at the University of Illinois, and another master's at the University of Wisconsin. A couple Big Ten schools there. Nice educational background. And then you taught in Sun Prairie and Fort Atkinson before going to Marshall High School and serving as their library media specialist. Is that right?
Sauk Prairie, actually, not Sun Prairie.
Oh, did I say Sun? I'm sorry, Sauk Prairie. Sauk Prairie. So, few different school districts with some great experience before you landed with us at West. So I understand that once on spring break, you actually had a little experience where you played a civilian law enforcement officer of some kind, and you chased down a wallet thief. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we were having brunch at some cafe outside, and my friend had her wallet sitting right on the table right next to us, and everyone was in like flip-flops, except for I had more sensible footwear, and my sandals had like a strap on the back. So this guy came up and saw the opportunity, and he grabbed the wallet. He actually said thank you, and then he ran. And I didn't think that was okay, so I got up and ran after him and chased him down the block. And there was like a nightclub on the corner called the Crowbar, and there were bouncers outside washing windows. We ran right past them, and me and my train of friends were all yelling and stuff. And turned the corner, and I caught up with him about a half a block later.
Dang.
And I'm like 22, and I grabbed him by like the t-shirt and had this moment where I was like, oh God, what am I gonna do with him? Like, now that I caught up with him. Like, I'm not a like strong, muscular person. I'm just like a fast runner, you know? So I caught up with him, but since we had made such a commotion with the bouncers, there was a bouncer like right behind me, and he kind of grabbed the guy and was like, what the heck, man? And kind of like smacked him up and got the wallet back.
Nice.
So I had to kind of like tone that story down a little bit for my mom, but it spread pretty quickly through my family. And when I saw my grandpa at Easter, he was like, way to go, Beth. I got a high five out of that one.
Nice. Were you a track athlete in high school?
Yeah, track and cross country. I still run. It's a lifetime sport, I think.
Yeah. So here you also snowboard.
Go ahead, Mike.
You also snowboard?
I do, yeah. Sometimes I like to go out west, usually around here, more like Cascade, Devil's Head. Sprained a few wrists and thumbs doing that, but pretty good. Kind of getting a little bit more chicken as I age because it's a little harder to heal, but.
All right.
Well, how are you doing in general, Beth? And where are you now?
I'm in my living room, sitting on the couch. You may have seen some ears pop up, but I have my bunny friend with me. This is L'Oreal. Here, I'll do it. This is better. Oh, she's not happy. She's got, it looks like eyeliner. It's like eye makeup, right? But she's very nice. She's a nice pet. She's litter trained, free range around my house, kind of like a cat or a dog.
Free reign around the house. You don't see too many bunnies that are just
Well,
out there, right?
you'd be surprised. I mean, I think bunnies, people think they're really boring and stuff, but they've got big personalities. It's just when people see them in cages, they're bored out of their minds. So,
Have
but
a
you know,
litter box like a cat.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they can be trained. There's, not a lot of other cage animals that can be trained. So, yeah, she's done. I just got thumped.
So, one of the things we're asking, folks through the spotlight is like, what are you doing for yourself to feel safe and secure and kind of stay sane during this shutdown?
Well, it's pretty lonely, so that's kind of hard. I kind of do things at my own pace when I want. When it's a little bit too much computer time, I just move on. So you may see me working more than just the regular school day because I'm spreading it out a little bit. I do, another hidden talent is I sew sometimes. I have sewing skills. I was in 4-H. So I've been making those masks for my near and dear. And I am taking the advice of wearing one when I go out in public now. They're not super comfortable, but I'm kind of a germaphobe at heart anyway, so I don't want to catch this, so there's a lot of that, I guess, too, but I mean, mostly I'm not going out.
Yeah, that's productive. It's tough to stay active during this time because you don't like to go out much. If you're a gym goer, those places are all closed, obviously. And so how are you finding ways to stay active?
Well, I did go for a run this weekend. It was short and it's been a long time. My gym actually has been doing video workouts with Zoom as well. So the trainer gets on and watches everyone and tells us when we're doing it wrong and stuff. Because it's one of those gyms where the trainer leads the workout. So I've been doing that a lot, I guess. I am not a go for a walk person. I hear everybody saying, "Oh, I went for another walk," and that's not me. So I get my wiggles out other ways, I guess.
A lot of people are watching TV shows or movies or catching up on stuff. Anything that you're getting into?
That's another thing that's not really me. I think I'm heretical that way. Like, I'm not a binge watcher of things, but I have been doing a lot of audiobooks, a lot of ebooks while I've been home. I probably read 5, maybe.
Dang.
Books that way. So yeah, a lot of that. A lot of emails helping kids with like tech problems. That's work, obviously, but
what sort of genres do you read, or do you kind of read everything that's put in front of you, or what are you
mostly young adult stuff, because that's kind of part of the job. A bit of nonfiction, but sometimes I choose books based on like what I'm told to read if I'm on a committee or something. Sometimes I read stuff based on like what's winning awards or what the kids are all checking out because I need to know, like, why is this so popular? I tend towards realistic fiction, but I mean, I just finished a really fantastic fantasy book. So, I mean, it happens, I read a lot of things, but I don't read a lot of adult books, like books written for older readers. They take too long.
Well, you've been, like I said, you've been with us for 3 months. I think that's long enough to have a favorite memory at West. In that 3 months, what would be a favorite memory that you have at West?
That's hard because I don't know, like some of the weirdo things that happen in the library, maybe we don't want to talk about on this interview, but gosh, I don't really know. I wish I could, I know I was supposed to prepare that or think about that, but
That's all right. We could just
that's
move on
hard.
with more generally. What do you
Okay,
miss?
I got one. You know what I
Okay.
thought was really cool?
I'm worried.
No, the singing Valentines were fantastic.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to those kids. And like, wow, the soul food luncheon. Wow. Wow, that
Yeah,
was
that's right.
cool.
You were here for those two things. That's great.
They ran out of food. Wow.
Line all the way down the hallway. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was pretty great. That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, what I mean, even though you've been at West for a few months, what do you miss about being in the building right now?
The humans, you know,
Humans are good.
a lot more humans around. That was pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I tend to focus a little bit more at like a desk with an office chair. I don't have as big of a workspace here. If I work at the kitchen table, I have to sit up on a higher chair, and I don't know, there's something about like being normal height, and I miss my workspace, but mostly the humans, the kids, the teachers.
Yeah.
So as you think about, the kids and the students, community staff at West, is there anything that you want to tell them during this time?
Well, I mean, obviously I'm doing a lot of tech support for you guys, so that's one thing, but also the reading, like don't just sit on Netflix all day long, you guys, or Netflix in your computer all day long. I can get kids, I can get teachers, ebooks and audiobooks. Again, it is a screen unless you have a black and white e-reader, but we can do that through the Sora app, and I can add things really quickly. So if there's a request or something you don't see, that's not hard for me. So that, and then I get, there are other things on the library webpage that might be handy for your classes. So
Awesome.
All right. Very
also
helpful.
recommendations, book recommendations. I've got those too. I mean, libraries are closed, so.
Well, what is one recommend, or what are a couple recommendations that both not only the students but also like the staff? I mean, we get sometimes bored too, kind of waiting to interact. Like, what are some good reads we should break into?
My favorite book ever is called "I'll Give You the Sun" by Jandy Nelson. I could book talk it right now, but we would go on forever, so let's not do that. We'll just tell you some titles. I really loved a book called Far from the Tree last year. I think it was last year, won the National Book Award, by Robin Benway. Beartown by Frederick Bachman was fantastic. If you're looking for some nonfiction, Educated by Tara Westover was really good. I probably have a little bit more nonfiction up my sleeve, but yeah, we don't have to, we don't have to go on and on. Ask me. I've got a list that I've been already kind of just being like, here you go.
Should put that on the website.
Yeah, that'd be great.
No, my website needs a lot of updating. I'm working on it slowly. I've been trying to kind of do a little bit. Well, it's been every couple days, but
it's all right.
Yeah, I was trying to write those down as we were going. Put them on the website. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Kiddos can check it out. Well, thanks for joining us today. I'm going to let Mike take us home. Mike.
Sure. Well, thank you, Beth. This week we're going to have several staff members on the Regent Spotlight, but students in the future, we're going to start shining the spotlight on you, and we will be reaching out to you and hopefully hear from some of you so we can do some of these spotlight interviews with you as well. But that's it for now, and may the Regent Spotlight shine brightly on you today.